Hello and welcome to our second episode of the Miskatonic University Literary Association. As you may notice, I sound a little bit different because I am not dying of the T virus anymore. Lucky me. I am Lord.
So true, though.
Yeah, I thought so. I fucking thought so. Anyways, anyways, as I will repeat what I said last time, I am Lord Mann. I will be reading the accursed tomes to my good friends here. Harriet, introduce yourself again.
Hi, I'm Harriet. I don't have the vernacular for this shit, so I have Mann read it for me.
Stop eating that cookie.
Cookie.
Over to the side in the teal. Is that what color is your shirt? Doesn't matter. Our blindfolded friend here is perhaps he doesn't know how to read, so I'm reading for him.
I can't read.
And then our friend here who's looking a little worse for wear. That's Jacob. He's
Our underbaked friend.
Society.
He thinks he's Isaac, but like, don't worry about it. So tonight, for a filler episode of sorts, that is between our normal sessions of reading. Whoa, yeah, oh, no, whoa, hold on, my tabs are fighting me. I apologize for that. We will be reading Sonic High School, the Necronomicon of bad writing, I would say. There will be the harshest of language used here. Sonic High School does use slurs and other terms of similar degree. So if you find yourself unwilling to, or just prefer not to hear it really, then this video is not for you.
I'd prefer not to hear, to be honest.
I will be using the full words as that is the original writing. I will be reading the writing as it is written.
I'm giving Mann the gay pass.
Chapter 5 is a doozy. I don't like Chapter 5. I'm pretty sure
they're all doozies. They're all going to be doozies. We've read a little bit of this before. We've read a little bit of this before, as you can tell. Can you stop with the cookie? Put that down. You're going to be sick.
I'm actually muting this time. Fuck nuts.
Anyways, let's start with Sonic High School, Chapter 1, Sonic's Journal. Sonic woke up and looked at the clock. 7 o'clock, it said, and Sonic screamed, "Ah! I am late for school. I have to get to school now," said Sonic, jumping out of bed. Sonic put his clothes on really fast and ran out of his room because he is fast. "No time for breakfast," said Sonic as he ran past Sonic's mom. I'd like to note that Sonic's mom never gets a name. It's just Sonic's mom.
Does Sonic
capital
even actually
S,
have a
capital
mom?
M. What? In Sonic Underground he did.
Sonic Underground.
I'll stop. Don't do that.
Yeah. Anyways, "You will regret this," said Sonic's mom, leering at him from the kitchen stove, wearing aprons over and oven mitts on her hands. Why would you wear oven mitts on your hand? Or not apron. Why would you wear aprons on your hands?
Because you don't want them to get dirty.
Dirty! Wow, that's certainly Eisen that you just sent me, Jacob. I don't think we could. He looks like a soy jack.
He does.
I tried to make him a goober, but I didn't remember how.
I think we should keep the soy jack. I think we might have to cut this out during recording.
It might
later.
be better that way.
You want to restart?
No,
you gotta can you color the skin for me?
Eisen's pretty bad. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue, please. Sonic did not care. He was late. Sonic ran outside and ran to the bus stop where people were getting on the bus. "Tails, Knuckles, wait for me," said Sonic as he ran towards the bus. Hey, Knuckles, it's Sonic." The apostrophe's on the wrong side of the S on this one, said Tails to Knuckles at the bus stop. "He is late," said Knuckles to Tails before getting on the bus. Sonic ran so fast to the bus and he got on the bus after Tails. "Just in time," said Sonic, huffing and puffing like he was doing the Cupid Shuffle for the first time. I don't know what that is.
The Cupid Shuffle?
You will find that this author enjoys using certain metaphors and similes like that. Sonic sat down next to Tails, and Knuckles sat behind them, taking up both seats. I'm so bad, said Knuckles, laughing because he sat where two people could sit. Knuckles did this every day, and no one bothered him, but they all knew it was against the rules of both man and God.
Is it really that serious, though?
Yes, it was.
Well, he capitalized the G in God, so it's pretty serious. The bus started and drove at the school and parked, and they got out. We're at school now, said Tails. It is time to go to class. Sonic was also at school.
I don't sound like he's got
Carl
a
Weezer?
frog in his throat. I was about to say, it sounds like he's got a frog in his throat.
I can probably do a frog for you all if you prefer, but I don't think
No.
Okay, fuck all of you, jeez. It's
I
time to go
don't
to
know, I'm a
class.
supporter of Kermit the Frog, at least.
Sonic was also
You're a
at
meat
school.
pie.
Man, we're gonna take forever
Not
to get
for
through
long.
this. Sonic was also at school, so he went to his first class of the day, English class. Sonic did not like English very much, but he did not like any class very much that was not about running and going fast, which is what Sonic does best. Sonic got to his class and sat down in his seat. It is journal day, said Sonic's English teacher, Mrs. Lesson. Mrs. Lesson.
Lesson?
Yes, Mrs. Lesson. MRS.LESSON.
No.
Mrs. Lesson was a tall and white and had gray hair, and she was not pretty. That's kind of mean. Take out your journals and put them in a pile, and I will read one of your entries to the class. Sonic took out his blue journal and ran to the front quickly and put his journal on her desk and ran back to his desk, all with his head down and not talking or looking at anyone. I'm gonna die reading these run-on sentences. Sonic was so fast, and he did it first. Everyone else did it afterwards and slower. Yes, author, that's what that means, doing it first and doing it fast.
You know, I wonder. Sorry. What provoked him to write this?
Autism.
Oh, must have shared.
Like there's no two ways about that. That's definitely what caused it.
I'm looking at Jacob's meat pies.
The pies are fine. Mrs. Lesson
God.
Mrs. Lesson
Soon.
grabbed a journal from the pile, and Sonic knew it was his because it looked just like Sonic's journal. The way that's phrased seems like there's a second Sonic. Sonic
I like
knew this
this
because he
talking.
had written
I like
in it so
seeing
many
the things
times it
move.
was crazy. Mrs. Lesson opened it to a totally random page, and it was the worst page she could pick. She began to read. Dear Journal, I called the doctor today about a problem. I have a problem with my balls. They are itchy, and it's difficult to sit with them because they are so itchy. I have to back up against stucco surfaces and rub up and down on them to relieve the itchiness. No creams have worked. Creams only make my balls sweat smell like the breath of a thoroughbred. I think Amy, my girlfriend, noticed. Oh, my doctor calls. Love, Sonic.
Relatable.
Oh.
What?
Oh no, stop
My
reading,
balls
said
itch
Sonic.
constantly.
You might want to get that checked out, dude. Oh
It's
no,
fine.
stop reading, said Sonic. But he reacted too late because it was already read. All of it. So much for being the
Why didn't you say
fastest
sooner?
living thing,
So slow.
Sonic.
You just sat there listening and like, I wonder who wrote this.
And then
Got
at the
to his
very
stage, oh
he-
shit.
and once it said love Sonic, he finally went, "Oh no, that's me." He just thought
Sorry, guys. This Sonic's a little special.
The Sonic's always
A
special.
little.
Everyone in the class laughed, and Sonic felt like an idiot asshole because now everyone knows all about his ball problems.
I know what you are, ball boy.
Ball. So-
Yo.
Sonic felt his rage build up inside him like a pool of lava in a volcano. Stop laughing at me! Don't tell anyone! shouted Sonic, but everyone was laughing so loud they did not hear him, and Sonic was just so embarrassed and mad and sad, but more embarrassed, so he ran out of the class fast.
In that order?
Apparently. Sonic ran to his
That's
locker and
also
opened
real.
it and
Hold on,
screamed it.
man. You need to like take breaths during these sentences.
These are
You're
long
fucking
ass.
killing
There's no
yourself.
pauses in these sentences. It's just continuous.
You need to create the pauses. You're gonna
I need
die.
no. I need to read it as it is.
You're gonna lose your voice, and then you can't read it all.
I'll use your voice. Sonic ran to his locker and opened it and screamed into it. He screamed, "This sucks!" and curse words too. I like to think he closed it, and then like it kind of like someone opens it later, and like those words come flying out of it. Like a cartoon.
It just goes.
I'm imagining the gif of that like emo kid who is like he sees these kids making out and then he like makes out with his locker and they catch him and laugh at him.
I know what you're talking.
You'll have to put it. You'll have to put it in post. I don't know what you're talking about.
Also, put the song in too, because that would make it
I don't.
funny.
I don't want to.
No,
Please,
okay.
I'm begging you.
And put like put like a millisecond of it in. Then.
But
Is it the song that? Is it the one that goes? "Ah"?
it is.
Yeah, I sent you the sticker of it.
I'm not gonna look at
No,
it.
he like
He tries to pull the gun out and he starts tweaking, but then he puts it back in and gives up like a fucking pussy.
Some of this is gonna have to be cut out. I can tell.
No,
I'm leaving it all in.
What is the problem? Said Tails. Are you mad? Said Tails. Sonic was mad, so he nodded. You should tell everyone that's okay to have problems with your balls. They probably have problems that they don't want everyone to know about too. So stop laughing. That's Sonic talking.
I thought it was Tails.
No. Well, it
I thought it was
says stop laughing at me.
Damn it. I hate this topic.
But then that's Tails say, "Oh boy." Sonic thought Tails was right because Tails was smart. Knuckles was there too, so he said, "Sonic, what's this I heard about you having your problems with your penis and balls?" No one said anything about a penis. It's just balls. Sonic was so mad again, so he punched Knuckles and
He
ran
was
away
thinking about his
quickly.
balls. Or fuck, his penis.
I like to think the punch did like 0 damage and just like squished against Knuckles' face, and that's why he ran away. Where Sonic ran to was his next class. It is now second period, so that was okay. That's in parentheses, that's why I whispered it. And that was history class. Sonic did not care about history class. "Hey, Amy," said Sonic, "check me out." And Sonic did a dance move. Probably did like he probably did a Fortnite dance. I need
Does he do the thing he does when he gets like an S rank in
a little like spin
Generations?
thing.
Yeah.
I need to think
Future
of
me, put a video of Sonic.
Fortnite dancing, go.
or do
Okay,
the
thank you.
spinning thing. Either one works. Anyways,
Whoa, at the same time overlapping.
what should Amy's voice be? I already have a voice like that.
Cell.
But hold on, should that be Cell or should I save it for someone else?
Well,
What are you gonna do for Eggman?
Eggman should be Cell.
okay.
No,
Then
hold on.
we should
Eggman's gonna be Aku, and then we can have Cell for Amy. Wow, cool. Let's kiss, said Amy. And Sonic and Amy kissed right there in class. And some of the other people in class watched, but the teacher wasn't there yet, so they didn't get in trouble. And who's gonna tell Sonic they can't kiss his girlfriend in class? Amy kissed Sonic so hard that he was thinking, "Let's have sex." But he didn't say it because the teacher would show up at any time by the time they started to have sex in history class. Sonic kissed back really hard, and it was sexy to everyone. The teacher arrived.
It was everyone.
Apparently, apparently no
You
one
got
in the school's
gooners
gay.
watching them make out. You got some
Apparently.
gooners in the background. Enjoying the goon sesh? Pretty hard on your cock. You'll
So-
love this next hour.
At the bottom of the website I'm reading this on, it lets me see like the names of people who liked it, and one of them is Booty Shaker 101. Right next to
That
the
might be
sadness
me.
will never end.
Booty Shaker 101.
Yeah. Ugh. Everywhere I look on this page, it's another gut punch. I'm almost done with this chapter. The teacher arrived and they did class, but Sonic just looked at Amy the whole time, who was sitting next to Rouge. Bro, pay attention in class. This shit matters. It's gonna be on your final test.
Is that in character?
Amy and Rouge talked, and they looked at Sonic sometimes having a space between the words, and laughed, and Sonic thought Amy was telling her about how awesome Sonic kissed her, but it was not.
No!
Rouge was telling Amy about Sonic's gay ball problems, and Amy was Sonic's girlfriend, but he thought it was just the funniest thing ever. Why is it gay ball problems now? I thought it was just normal ball problems. Why does everyone keep adding on different problems with his balls?
They don't like him.
What? I mean, I wouldn't like him either, considering how he's behaving.
He violently made out with his girlfriend in class and said everyone liked it. So, like,
Yeah, I think he's just
maybe
like...
he's in a mental institution. Maybe this story isn't real.
Maybe the high school is just a mental institution in disguise to keep Sonic contained. Anyways, class ended and Sonic went to Amy quick and did not stop on the way. Hey Amy, why do you go telling Rouge about how hard we kiss? Smiley face emoticon, colon, open parenthesis. Said Sonic with a smile on his face that meant he did not care that Amy and his did this and really wanted her to because it made him look cooler.
Actually,
No love
Rose
in
was
the
telling me about your problems with your balls and penis and butthole that everyone found out about in your English class.
Wow,
His
Sonic was
butthole
surprised.
now?
He did not know what to say. End of chapter 1.
Yeah.
Let me out.
There
I
is
wanna
no
be
way
here.
out.
I'm
You're
thoroughly enjoying
You have to
this.
go through all of your years of Sonic High School.
No.
Also, if we're rereading this, are we gonna reread My Immortal?
We could. Let's
But then
read.
again, it's My Immortal.
My Immortal is very difficult to read. Can you not look at me that way, please? And
You
quit
fucking
staring at me with them
monster.
big old eyes. Harriet's currently deafened, so they won't be able to participate until they undeafen. But
What the fuck is that?
it's
What is
Meat
that?
monster.
it looks like a
Hold
piece
on,
of
I
beef
just had
jerky.
something.
Someone took like a
Oh, that's sick. I turn into Godzilla when I mute.
yeah, Thingzilla.
How do I deafen? I want to see what my deafen is.
I don't think we changed that one.
I did.
No, we didn't.
I don't know.
Oh, you did?
I don't know how to deafen on console.
Oh fuck! How do I deafen? Oh,
Should be
shit.
that one that looks like
I can't
headphones.
fucking do that. Yeah, I mean,
Should be the one
I
that
think I
says
figured
deafen.
that out, but
What if I server
Hold
deafen
on.
you? Does that do the same thing? Let's find out.
I don't know. Let's check.
Joe Rogan.
It does. It does. It does.
Oh, joking.
Why was Joe Rogan there?
That's
Because
his
this is my
deafen
deafen
thing
thing.
because he's I like 90%. I'm 90% sure that if he was to be deafened, he would stare at his screen like that, not knowing why.
Yeah.
Okay, so question: do we have the strength to withstand a second chapter?
Do you have the strength to read it?
I could. There's someone who liked this called Diddy Kong swearing.
I thought you were just gonna say Diddy.
I think that's honestly worse than just Diddy.
So we could
What?
read the second chapter, if you so choose. Let's hold a vote.
Absolutely
I'm
not.
in favor.
So one in favor,
I'm
one
in
against.
favor.
Okay, so that is 2 in favor,
I'm in-
1 against. We will be reading chapter 2.
Why must you all curse me this way?
Listen,
What do you mean? This is
once
peak.
once we get through this, everything else is gonna seem like baby stuff. Like, there's
Actually, once
nothing
you get
that's
to
gonna be able
chapter
to.
5.
There's no way we can find anything able to top this. I can't imagine anything that could top Sonic High School.
My Immortal on occasion.
No, my Immortal's like a different kind of weird. Anyways, Sonic High School, Chapter 2, The Prom. The rest of the day for
Oh,
Sonic was
no.
awful. Sorry, I threw up a little bit in my mouth.
You cannot handle reading this.
I'm taking like
Threw up a
psychic
lot
damage.
inside of my mouth.
So
You did what
bad.
in man's mouth?
So bad it was that Sonic went home and went right to the bathroom and took a big poop. It was a mad poop because it went out fast. It shooted out of his
No,
butthole
not
so
this.
fast. It was like
I
a gun
remember
to
this.
shoot it.
No.
His poop stunk so much that even the neighbors could smell it. They all had a meeting at night about what to do about it. They decided that they just put fans on outside, and if it really started to smell again, they'd do something else.
Yeah, that's relatable.
How do you start a chapter like that? How do you start a chapter like that?
That one scene from Family Guy. What the fuck, man? I just sat
How
down.
do you start a conversation like that? I just sat down. Ugh.
What are you doing?
So Sonic pooped and went up to his room and shouted into the pillow, "I hate everything!" Sonic shouted loud.
Yeah, me too. I thought you said shat into the pillow.
Well, pardon me for
Like, no
talking like
way.
this. Sonic shouted loud and he heard a knock at his door. Which, oh God, I forgot Sonic's mom's voice already.
It was a drug abuser.
What is wrong, Sonic? Asked Sonic's
There
mom.
it is.
Nothing, said Sonic. I'm 99% sure that was like a typo that never got corrected. I'm seeing the word Sonic so much, it's starting to look less and less like a word. Okay, just keep it down, because I'm trying to watch the T-V, said Sonic's mom to Sonic and left without saying anything else. Man, his mom doesn't like him. It's kind of fucked up.
Who would?
Who spells TV with a hyphen? That's what I'm
Spider-Man.
concerned about.
I'm more focused on, like, this is very obviously a reflection of things that have happened to the author. In some way, his anxieties have manifested into this. I don't think it's anything actually bad. I think that's just like a perceived thing. But I'm not a psychoanalyst. I'm just the Lord. Sonic was in his room still, so he looked out his window and saw Tails flying there with his flying tails.
No way.
Sonic, are you okay? Asked Tails. I was worried about you, Sonic. Sonic was less mad.
It's just the homoerotic tale scene.
How do you say that? I know you don't say it with a straight face. You're saying it with a gay face.
No, I said it with a
Gay
straight face.
face?
Harry, what's your
am
gay
the
face?
Gay face.
Put on your
My
gay
gay
face.
face, I mog.
Oh, I thought you were gonna mute or deafen.
That would have been funny.
My gay face. If the button would work.
Put that. Quit staring at me with them big old eyes. Sonic
You
was
guys wanna
less
see
mad.
My gay face? This is my gay face.
Sonic.
What about your gay face?
Okay, we're continuing the story, please. Sonic was less mad because Tails was always nice and smart and didn't care that Sonic had left his porns around his room so he could think about kissing and doing sex on Amy when he wasn't with Amy. That's not normal. That's weird. Please be happy, said Tails. Are you there? Sonic went to the window and opened the window. Sonic grabbed Tails and put him on the bed because Sonic is strong too. I like to think he just
Freaky.
threw him in. This day was the worst, said Sonic. Everyone thinks I'm a gay loser, all because I gave him my journal. Sonic cried a little, and Tails put his hand under his face to catch the tears. Tears can stay on the
Yummy.
carpet.
I told you it was homoerotic.
We're not quite there. I don't think we're quite there. Yeah, it's a little bit, yeah. Tails hugged Sonic and said, I'm always here for you. At the U
Yeah,
being just the
homoerotic.
letter U. It's not even like Y-O-U, it's just the letter U. prom is here. Is tonight also? Ugh. Sorry, this is dealing more physical damage than I expected. Wow, I forgot, said Sonic. Sonic ran into his closet fast and pulled out his prom uniform. It's a tuxedo. And put it on faster. Is our limo here yet, Tails? Said Sonic while looking at Tails. Yes, said Tails right back. Let's go. And Sonic went outside with Tails, who was also in prom clothing, and they went outside and got in the limo. The limo's broken, said the limo driver, who looked like a person but dark colored. You can't say that.
Oh my
You
god.
can't. I'm going to assume he's just like Italian, so he's a little bit darker. I'm not going to go like the full route that I'm pretty sure that he's trying to go for here. So Sonic and Tails got out of the limo and asked the driver if they could fix it. Nope, the limo is broken eternally, said the limo driver. Eternally. Eternally broken. So Sonic grabbed Tails' hand and said, let's go, and ran all the way to the prom, which is on an island called Ghost Island.
No.
There is some gay subtext here.
There is?
He's holding Tails' hand while he drags him to the prom. They're hugging,
right.
and Tails is saying, I'm always here for you. There's definitely
He
something.
caught his tears.
Caught his tears. Because they
He
stayed
threw him
carpets,
onto the bed.
apparently. This place is scary, said Tails. Ghost Island was really scary. It was shaped like a skull, and everything looked like it was dead. Sonic looked at Tails. Yeah, it is, said Sonic. Why would they put the prom on this island? Said Tails. I don't see anyone else from school here. Tails and Sonic were both worried about it all. Sonic and Tails walked forward, and there was a haunted house. Sonic and Tails went into the haunted house, and it was spooky. Sonic saw a ghost, and Tails saw a mummy. There was a man laughing. Ha ha ha, Sonic and Tails. Now you are both here and fallen right into my trap, said the man laughing. The man looked like a fat, immature gay. It was Eggman. What the fuck?
Eggman looks like a very mature gay. I don't know what he's on about.
Depends on the Eggman. Depends on the Eggman. Eggman, why are you here? Why you're here? Asked Sonic, and shouted at Eggman. Are you here for the chaos? Are you here for the Chaos Emeralds? No question mark, just an exclamation point. Sonic shook his fists at Eggman. I like to think he's just like waving them all around, just all out, just in his general direction.
Like inflatable flailing arm tube man.
Like in Gmod when you attach thrusters to their hand. And Tails ran at him, but what an idiot he was, because a cage fell down from the top of the sky and trapped Tails. You are doomed now, said Eggman. Welcome to a graveyard full of both of you. No, I read that wrong.
Foolish samurai warrior.
I read that wrong. Welcome to a graveyard of you. Sonic was shocked, but did not run forward because he did not want to get caught too. But what if Eggman did not have another cage? Sonic did not know, so he went to the side into a different room. This room was smaller and had carpets and wallpaper. It's still scary though. Sonic said, I need to find a way to save Tails. And he walked into a door that was on the next wall. Next thing, said Sonic. And he came out of the room into the same room he was in. This is a haunted house, so you always come back to the same place, said Sonic, thinking of famous saying he saw once on the wall of a Walgreens where it was written.
Thank you.
Walgreens.
What?
You know,
No, Walgreens is?
I don't know what Sonic Walgreens universe looks like. Eggman laughed and pointed at Sonic. I kissed Amy and now you can never date her again because I am going to do sex to her tonight. No, this cannot be real, said Sonic. Sonic knew he had to do something, but what? End of chapter 2.
Clearly he has to make out with Eggman.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
It's to kill Amy and make out with Eggman.
I'm going to make it with Eggman.
Nah.
I don't know if I have the
How's the
strength.
missus gonna feel about that?
I don't know if I have the strength to read chapter 3. But if
Maybe I'll just die.
we could read chapter 3. I have enough time.
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
I've
yeah.
had enough. I've had
Okay,
enough.
okay, that's 2 to 1. All right,
man.
so that was the second episode of the Miskatonic University Literary Association's get together. Sonic High School is a danger to us all.
The worst.
It's I don't hate the author for writing it. I don't hate the work. I just think, I kind of hate it a little bit. I'm not going to lie there. It is kind of painful to read, but that's not the point. The point is, it is very clearly someone just letting out their internal problems and anxieties into something. I'm pretty sure they were like 12 at the time. I did a little research into who wrote it. I can't remember their name, but I think they were like 13 at the time when they wrote it.
Dude, I was writing some bangers in English class in fucking middle school. I don't know what you're talking about. This person's just retarded. Did we say that?
I don't think so. I don't think we got to keep it to a minimum. It's one thing if the story says it. It's another thing if we say it.
Yeah.
Also, if anyone's curious,
I believe chapter 5.
I know, I'm pretty sure it was chapter 5 because I read it as a bedtime story to my boyfriend. It's titled or subtitled "The Worst Sex Scene in All of Fiction," and it's between Espio and Rouge. And
Oh no, there's
so
worse.
Bad.
There's worse. There's the one with the lunch lady later on that's significantly worse.
Fuck, you're right.
I don't remember the lunch lady.
We didn't get that far. I sent it to Hollow, and even he was disgusted. But yeah, what are your any closing thoughts on these 2 chapters of Sonic High School before we wrap things up?
I really hope the author is somewhere burning.
I hope the author's
Not
grown
gonna
as a
lie,
person.
bro. I
Yeah, me
think this
too.
shit was peak as fuck.
Shut the fuck up.
Listen, I just, I feel like it could be worse. I don't know.
It could.
There's got to be worse out there.
It could be worse. I agree, but it could be better.
I feel like some of those book talk novels, if we read one of those, it'd be fucking worse.
Yeah,
That's
but
true.
honestly, yeah. I'm not a fan of their quote
When's
unquote
the 50 Shades of Grey episode?
dark romance. It's not dark if it's just abuse. That's not dark. That's just fucked up.
Yeah.
It's not sexy. That's sexual assault.
I understand that there's a concept of consensual non-com, but that's not something that really works outside of the bedroom. You can't do that. I've seen reviews of those books. I've looked into them because I do research for our stories that we read here, and I don't think we should read any of those book talk books in this, to be honest.
Well, what if we read one that isn't dark romance? Just one that's
They're all dark
bad.
romance.
Oh fuck.
Well, not dark romance, but they're all romance, and I feel like it's more fun to read things that aren't romance for Moolah, as I feel that will allow us to venture into more avenues than just romance, because romance is very easily like a whirlpool that takes you in, because it just kind of spirals in. It's also really long. Those books are also really long. So there's that.
That would be a multi-part. That would be like a multi-part thing.
Speaking of multi-part, we will likely be reading My Immortal at another time. We've already read it before, but I believe it would be worthwhile to read it for all of you. All one of you that watch these videos, if they ever actually get uploaded.
All 0.5 of here.
All point, all, not even, all, Jesus, 0.5, what happened to them?
Have some faith, guys. We're gonna blow up. This is gonna get 1 million views.
I really hope not.
I don't, oh my God.